What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a discussion on pure odd eyes versus odd eyes Guardragon. But before we jump into this video, be sure to check the links up here. We'll have a link up here so that you can check out our contest that we got going on, our 1,600 subscriber contest. We thank you guys so much for helping us get to that point. So be sure to check out that video if you have not checked it out yet, and follow the instructions for the contest rules and everything, and be sure to check that out. But let's jump into this and let's see what we're coming at you with. The reason why I've had a lot of comments that people have been asking me about the Guardragons, odd eyes, and things like that, and a more competitive build. And the Guardragons are pretty much locked in to where they're going to be. The Guardragons are a very linear archetype. And when I say that, whenever you start off your combo, you're going to have to go a specific route. If you get stopped in that in any way, the deck crumbles after that. And when I say that, you got to look at it like this, in my opinion. When usually you're going to start off, you're going to have to start off with one of your link monsters is pointing down to 2 arrows. Usually you're going to start off with your Electromite. Then after that, you're going to have things. You're going to have to run a mandatory of your Guardragons, which is one of each of your LP, your Pixie, and your Argapane, and that's just going to help you open up your deck, start getting it flowing. But the thing about it is, getting to this point, to these 2 right here, is not your problem. And that's okay, getting the deck going, because getting things like Red MD, things like that out of the deck can really help the deck out a lot. But once you get them on board, you lock your extra deck into summoning just dragons then. So then you're going to have to go into things like your Triple Burst Dragon, your Sayuja, and your Borlo Dragon. And a lot of you have asked me about the Sayuja, and that's the thing about it. Because of the way the Guardragons lock you into your dragons, after that, you're going to almost mandatory need a Sayuja or either a Borlo Dragon to help you to keep your plays going. You can run a more Triple Burst and just bounce back and forth between the extra deck monster spots if you got one clear over here, but it's not going to be the same effect. And once again, because you are locked into your extra deck of just dragons, you're going to be trying to summon things like your Hot Red Dragon Abyss, which thank goodness has gotten a reprint, and also things like your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon and your Borlo Savage Dragon. These are aspects that you want to go into. But if you in any of this process get ogred, things like that, it's going to crack the wall of what you're trying to do, and that's going to make it so that your deck is very fragile. You're not going to be able to really come back from that. That's the main thing that you're looking at whenever you're playing the Guardragons. So a answer that I would have for that, instead of laying up your extra deck where you're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces mandatory just to hit the combo, 8, 9, 10 that you want to go into the combo, and then you still got 5 cards that really are not cards that's really going to help you. That's usually it's going to be your Odd Eyes Abyss, not your Odd Eyes Abyss, Odd Eyes Absolute, your Meteor Burst, your Vortex, things like that, or your Big Eye. And after that, you're done with your whole combos going off this right here. So something that I've been looking at, especially since the Guardragons, you want to start things off always with your, like I said, your Electromite. If you can get to the point where you've done all of your pin summons and things like that, and you've pretty much set up a board where you're, let me get this out there for you guys. If you got your board set up in your normal combo where you have your Zephyr Metatron, and you've gotten to the point where you sent your Absolute to the graveyard to summon your Vortex. If you get to that point and you still have not normal summon, something that I think is good for the deck right now is if you summon your either your Supreme King Dark Worm or one of my favorites, in my opinion, your Odd Eyes Mirage. You can send one of these to the graveyard and go into your LP. This is going to allow you to make it so that you can use your LP to activate his effect to either summon your Morphage Goliath or your Morphage Sloth. That could be a little bit better of an option instead of, you know, having to jump through the combo hoops and pieces of going through the major combo with the original Guardragons. You know, to be able to have your Vortex is going to be an automatic negate, to still have a beater on board and be able to lock your opponent out of their extra deck, that really slows down your opponent. Yes, your opponent can still do things like, you know, they can still raw mode, spear mode you, things like that, but to have to rely on things like Red MD, the second you summon Red MD off your Arcapane or your LP, you activate the effect, they ogre it right then and there. This is one of your combo pieces that you'd always use to link into something else. So that could really slow you down and really, you know, be very detrimental to you. But going about it that way could be a little bit easier for you. In my opinion, the reason why I've always liked, you know, the regular pure version is usually you can go into your Decode Talker. You can usually have a Odd Eyes Vortex. It's going to be an easy negate for you. You're going to usually have a Odd Eyes Persona, and you're usually going to have something like Phantasm, your Lancer, something like that that's going to be a big beater threat that your opponent's really going to have to worry about. This board doesn't look that intimidate, but you still have 3 negates. Usually, I'm going to want to start off with this or this, and you're going to have something like this in your pendulum scale. That's where the threat comes in, because if you negate their first negate here, then if they decide to target with Decode, his effect will activate. You tribute this off, they're going to try to destroy one of these two after that. He's still going to be 28, but right here is where their threats are. So if they destroy one of these, you can still activate your Arc Pendulum's effect, special summon back your Vortex and get a free pop back up to the field, and it's still going to be a defender for you sitting here looking pretty. That's the reason why, in my opinion, I like to run the pure version better over the Guardragons. But that's my opinion, guys. I'd like for y'all to leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts are and combos that you have on the Guardragons versus the pure, and which one you think. Also too, there won't be much content coming this week. We're going to be waiting till next week. We are pretty much play testing. We have a regional coming up in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're sitting here, we're still doing some testing, getting some, you know, lists out the way we want to, but be sure to check that out. We're going to have some updates and reports for you. Just give us your little bit of support. We thank you guys for everything that you do for us. We love you guys. We're out.